Hi, here we are once again. This is another part of my weight loss videos. If you've been watching, I've made, I think, 8 of them so far. I've skipped a couple of weeks. Let's just get right down to it. It's been crazy. It's been hectic. It's fall time. Brrr, getting ready for it. The leaves are falling. Time to rake the yard. So much to do. I got some pruning to do and things to clean up, and chances are it won't get done. But I'm a property owner, and there's always something that needs to be done. Speaking of property owner, this is this body. God gives us a body. He says take care of it, and we do some crazy things. We smoke. We eat saturated fat, we skydive, and do all kinds of things. We want to swim under the water and look at the coral reefs. And maybe just other things that some people might consider reckless, like race car driving or any number of other things. And in the end, you know, you only get one life. You only get to go around once. I got up to 360 pounds, and that's why I started these videos, was because I wanted to start this fall, this summer actually. I started it just after June on my weight loss. Started doing 2 shakes a day. I do one in the morning, one in the afternoon. And I've not been real religious about it. And I also started walking. I wanted to get up to where I was walking a couple of miles, you know, about 45 minutes. Some of you are speed walkers, some of you 45 minutes and it's not enough time. But for me, it's a nice little brisk walk, especially when you're 360 pounds and you have to worry about blowing your knees out and everything. I knew I couldn't jog. So about a month into it, if you've been watching the videos, you know I developed plantar fasciitis in one of my feet, and I had to stop doing the physical exercise. I was worried about that. And I went to see a podiatrist, and they took the x-rays, and I'm sorry about this video camera here. And I did a bunch of other things, you know, take the anti-inflammatories and this and that, and get my little walking shoe out here. This is this shoe here is the culprit. This is a Dr. Scholl's shoe. I picked up a couple pairs of these at Walmart. They were on sale, discontinued. New models coming in, $3 a pair. You can't beat $3 a pair for a walking. It has Velcro. I mean, all the stuff that none of us would love to have. And inside, I don't know if you can see it. See, that's a little gel pad. And I looked at that and I thought, man, that's going to be fantastic. It's Dr. Scholl's. It's got a gel pad. This thing's got great. It's soft. You know, that gel pad, I think, is the cause of my plantar fasciitis, because it's what the very first time I wore this thing started hurting my heel, and it hurt in that exact spot ever since. A year and a half ago, 2 years ago, I stopped wearing these insoles. I've had them for 10 years. Hard plastic. Also given to me by a podiatrist, and she said, you're going to have ankle surgery in 5 or 10 years, and I never did that. And, you know, I put that in my shoe, and I said, well, because the last podiatrist said, put them back in. And that'll help your plantar fasciitis. And I did. But I have to walk on that hard plastic. There's no insole. So I put this thing in, right? Okay. Well, every time I take a step, it's squeak, 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 sliding some. Okay. So, back to my diet. You're wondering, what does this got to do with your diet, Robert? What does it got to do with your weight loss? Well, my wife asked me to go to the fair with her. We go every year, Tulsa State Fair. That's a lot of walking, and I was not sure I could make it. And we went one day. I did all right, so thumbs up. I think I can get out and start walking, and that's happened in the last couple weeks. What happens at the fair? Just bear with me. I know this is an ADD moment. At the fair, you got the Indian tacos, and you've got the corn dogs, and you've got the curly potatoes, and the big drinks, and deep fried on a stick, you name it, cheesecake, I don't care, pickles, whatever you can dream up, ice cream. Somebody figured out a way to put it on a stick, like a jalapeno on a stick. You know, okay. So I passed by a booth, and there's this thing. Guy selling these inserts. Had inserts, but I go ahead and break the budget and buy these inserts. And inside these inserts, I don't think you can see it. I don't think the camera will pick it up. It's squishy. It's not liquid. It's like an air. It might be like, I haven't got the thing open, but it's like an air cushion. And it as you walk on it, the air goes from one side to the other, just like if you had an air mattress, right? And so it gets up under the ball of my feet at the front and at the back, and it basically massages your foot when you walk. This thing here has done more for helping me walk than anything else. But this thing here is very smooth. It's not rubbery. So what has that got to do with anything? For exercise people, if you're thinking about getting one of these, I'm going to say it's your call. But for me, it tends to slide around even when it's the right size and everything for my shoe. One day I was walking with this thing, and I looked down, and it literally was like this, hanging out of my back, completely out of my shoe, and was just barely in there. It just totally just slid out. So if you're the designer of this little thing and you happen to watch this video or know the guy who's involved in it, friction control is important. It's nice that it's soft and cushy, but I don't want it to slide all around in my shoe. Anyways, back to the point. Went to the fair, okay? That's not the only thing I did. I went to the fair twice, okay? 8. Not exactly on my diet, but we all know fair food is calorie-free, fat-free, sugar-free, and just not free. Anyways, it's expensive more ways than one. So, but I walked and I walked and I walked. Got all my miles in, and that's just one thing. We've had our usual family get together. We get together as a family every second Sunday of the month. We've had the church get together. We went out to a nearby city called Shoto, where they have Fanny's Country Cooking or Country Kitchen. I always get it wrong, so excuse me if I'm wrong. And we go out there annually with the church Sunday school class and have a big meal. And I mean, they just put the spread out for you. And so it's been one tackle after another. I've stopped again at McDonald's and Sonic, but what I've tried to do, you know, being, you know, conscientious once in a while when I do this, is I get the wrap, you know, get it on the tortilla. You don't get a hamburger. Let's just get a breakfast burrito or something like that, because it's at least on a tortilla. It's egg, it's meat, it's higher protein, maybe has a little bit more fat in it, but it's not a hamburger, right? With all the cheeses and bread and all the carbs and everything like that. So it's been kind of a tackle. Just to wrap things up, the last couple of weeks I haven't made a video. I apologize. I probably will not make videos. We're getting down to the goal here. I weighed myself again. I started out at 360 pounds. I just got off the scale. I was 274. So that means I've lost 86 pounds this summer. Even with all the challenges, even with all the obstacles, and here, have this to eat, here, have that to eat. And it's going to get more like that as we get closer to the holidays. You know, Susie Homemaker and Larry Homemaker, whatever the case might be, you're going to go into the office, you're going to go to the workplace, and inevitably there's going to be the plates of cookies or some other type of a, you know, a cheese dish, a meat dish, a fruit dish, or something. Be aware when you find these obstacles. Use as much willpower as you can muster. Intake. Watch the intake, because what you put into your body is going to convert to fat if you do not find a way to burn it. I am now walking. I'm walking, try to walk every day, but if I walk every other day, I'm still doing pretty good considering I wasn't walking at all. It is fall, so the yard work's going to slow down. Things do slow down in the fall time, and that's where we all end up with this battle of the bulge really getting defeated. And I want you to know that you can hang in there. You can be victorious. You can overcome this. We're losing this weight together. Have courage. Some weeks you may only lose a fraction of what you thought you were going to lose. You may even gain a pound or two. But don't worry about it. Every day's a new day. Every day's a new opportunity to succeed at what you were doing. And I look at myself, and I know that they say for my BMI, for my height, I need to be between 130 and 175 pounds. I hadn't been that light since I was like in elementary school or junior. I wrestled a heavyweight in junior high, and that was like 139 pounds in junior high. People, if I make it there, I will be nothing but skin and bones. I mean, I'm already, look at this. Where'd this come from? All of a sudden, overnight, it's there. But I have lost my third chin. So there are improvements. Love y'all. Appreciate your support. You hang in there. God makes you victorious. God +1 in any crowd is the majority. If you're not paying attention, I have started to support greentovoteok.com. Look them up. They are supporting the use and promoting the legalization of medical marijuana in Oklahoma. This is my little 2-second promotional add to that. I have made another video. Search my YouTube site. Remember, subscribe. You'll find my video there. It's a challenge to all the Christian churches. You need to make a decision. I said this a couple years ago. I said to our church, I said, we as a church are going to face 2 issues in the future. I did not know this was happening. I said, we're going to have to face the issue of medical marijuana that is coming to Oklahoma. And we're going to have to face the issue of how the church is going to handle same-sex marriage. As far as policy-wise and things like that. And people don't like to make changes. People don't like to accept that change is coming. The world is the same, yet constantly changes. Everything is one of those things that Solomon talked about, that everything stays the same. It's all meaningless in Ecclesiastes. But he said the purpose in life, and for those of you who still haven't figured it out, is to love God, to serve God, and to honor Him. And one of the ways that He does that, half the 10 Commandments talk about this, is loving your fellow man. So next time you're in church and you look over at the pew next to you, or you're with a family, and you see that family member who's suffering and has chronic pain, has seizures, has emphysema, glaucoma, I don't care what the OCD, TD, whatever, post-traumatic stress disorder, whatever the issue is. There are a lot of things that the medications that are out there today cannot have it, or they're taking handfuls of medications, and this one thing can give them an option that can make them throw all the rest away. And it's natural, it's God-given. All of the drugs that you have ever seen, ever heard of, ever existed, that ever did any good at all, were natural things, from aspirin to even the opiates that people take. I know the men have messed with that, and that's way too strong, but for severe pain, that's the only thing a lot of people can use. But that comes from a natural plant, from poppies. Now it's synthetically produced, but that's where men go wrong. They try and manipulate what God had set up. And God gave us the plants and animals and everything to support us, to support this body, who we are, what we are, so that we in return can give the honor and the glory to Him. Sorry to get religious and preachy on you. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you watching the videos. You have a great life, and I look forward to seeing you at the next video. All right, you get out there and make a difference.